Hello and welcome to this news from the Matrix 11.
Yeah, no particular
This
topic
week,
this time, but
just kind of this and that, catching up over
it's
some
just
news.
things.
We've been busy, so we're just going to jump back a bit, give you some idea of how we're feeling about this and that. We've got quite a few things going on. So the first big thing is the new logo.
Yeah.
The new Doctor Who Logorino.
Yeah.
I like it. Conrad isn't as much of a fan.
Yeah. I'll let you start
What you were
before I
saying.
start going off this, but
Okay, my opinion is they're always going to do a new logo, and I'm quite glad they went simple in terms of that. I quite like the gold font. I'm interested in. I mean, it's just a logo, really, but I'm not exactly. I don't hate it or anything. It kind of reminds me, as I was telling Conrad a bit about like the Seventh Doctor, where they write the Doctor, that kind of writing, but mainly because it's just probably the same.
I still don't get that.
I just see it a tiny bit. It's
I
kind of,
don't. It's like completely.
nah.
It's the Seventh Doctor one is bold, it's connected, it's very 80s, and the new one is very thin and not connected at all. It's like
True.
not alike at all. I
quite like the logo. What I'm more interested about is the intro video that they showed it in. One, the CG was amazing. And two, is this a teaser about what our new title sequence is going to look like with those kind of red rocks flying?
Yeah, with a bit of the hint of the vortex and stuff that we might be seeing. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm down for the CG stuff because it's looking good. Because I guess there's another point to bring up, but they're changing the visual effects to a new studio, which is doing like films and such. So I don't remember
Blade
the name.
Runner.
Yeah, that name. Yeah, but hopefully the production and everything should go up. As I was pointing out to Nick beforehand, I think this is probably because they're competing for views now with like streaming services and such, so they kind of need to make sure to up the ante in terms of their production values in order to kind of compete. But yeah, getting on to what I think about the logo. I mean, okay, the logo itself isn't bad. It's fine. But what on earth about that tells anybody that's Doctor Who? Like, that could be anything. My first thought was that, wow, this looks like something that could be a part of like a piece of historical drama or something. Like, you could literally just take that font and put anything in there and it would fit. Like, that there's nothing Doctor Who about that.
It interests me.
You've looked at all...
It interests me you say historical though, because Doctor Who, it's travelling in time, which is historic. So
yeah, but in
Isn't that a
space
good
as
thing?
well. I mean, it's a science fiction show. It's not a historical drama show. There is historical elements to it, but it's fundamentally a sci-fi show, and the logo should get that across. And generally, they've done a pretty good job throughout the years. Every logo's had a kind of an element of sci-fi and space and mystery and such, And this one is just, it's very thin.
I don't know, would you really say the Moffat era one was
Yeah.
sci-fi?
Well, firstly, the early Matt Smith one, of course, it had the DW, but the kind of style of the font itself, its boldness, the kind of the bright blue colouring, and the way that the font actually was, kind of gave off a slightly more sci-fi alien vibe. That would, conceivably fit a sci-fi show. Do you see, like, Star Trek or something having this kind of font in its logo? It just looked bizarre, and it looks bizarre here, to me. It just doesn't...
Oh, what would you have wanted, then? If you were going to design one, what kind of style would you go for? More bold?
Well, definitely, yeah, a bit more bold, generally.
I
think some of Doctor Who's biggest successes in its logos come from when it's bold, But what I do is just kind of make it a bit weird, a bit alien, while still being appealing, I guess. I mean, some of the logos over time have kind of done that a bit, but I'd kind of go Balau, I guess.
I would have moved the Who under the word Doctor and have it kind of more centralised instead of long.
A little bit. Well, I guess kind of a little bit Sylvester McCoy-esque, or maybe no.
Well,
Actually, I guess the better comparison
most
would
of
be
them.
first and second. I guess.
Yeah, kind of. I would have maybe gone to that, but I mean, in terms of how this little video worked out, anyway, the TARDIS kind of was going in a straight line anyway. So I mean, I like the yellow. That's kind of regeneration. So yeah, I like. I don't hate it.
No, I never said I hated
to be
it,
honest-
but it just doesn't really fit Doctor Who.
So I really, and then they released also this like cover photo with it, with Jodie Whittaker kind of on a rocky hill face, looking kind of off camera.
Dramatic.
It's, to be honest, it's good. I really like it. It's kind of more looking like towards the future, and obviously in the background it's dawn, so it's a new dawn, like a new era, a new dawn for Doctor Who. So that's really exciting. I really like that cover photo. So that's really cool. So there's not really much else to say about that. I'm expecting a lot more kind of maybe a teaser trailer or something soonish over the next 2 months, really.
I guess on the
for sure.
I guess on the subject of that, we can talk a little bit about the filming, because it
Yeah,
ties in.
so do you want to take this? 'Cause
So,
it
you know,
happened nearer.
well, actually, did we even discuss the South Africa filming and such first off, I guess?
No, we didn't really.
But that's interesting.
Obviously, spoilers ahead. If you
Potential.
want to skip this part, skip it. So they were filming in South Africa, which was cool. It looks like a historical piece, from what I can tell. And yeah, I'm really excited that they're finally doing a story based on race. I think it's been a long time coming. For sure. I mean, I remember saying to you, I really wanted to do one based on race and like have a really actually strong hitting story, because it's a family show. And I mean, you know, it's always done these political stories. You look back in the classic era and it was always mirroring political stuff. And
Yeah, although
racism has just never really been done in Doctor Who. We've had the odd
well,
moments.
I would disagree with that, because I think the Silurians were actually a metaphor for racism.
True. Okay, I'll give you that. But I just feel like it's better just to not have a metaphor for it and just show it as it is, you know. Not like hide it behind anything.
Yes and no. It depends on what it is.
Depends how they do it. to be
Yeah,
fair.
it does depend on
They
how
could
they
still
do it.
they could still mess it up. But
Yeah,
like,
they could. I mean, this could go either way. If done right, this could be a powerful and hard-hitting kind of story with a lot of emotion. If done wrong, you know,
Just
it's
cringy.
yeah. They kind of,
But I like that they're actually going for it. You know, it's good to see them take risks, especially as this entire new dawn of an era is a risk. You know, having a female doctor, it's risky. You know, refreshing the show, it's still risky. It's been done because Moffat did it. It doesn't mean it will always work, though. It's a risky time for Doctor Who, but I'm
really
glad
is.
they're going all out for it. You know, they're not. It's not like he's coming in half-heartedly. Chris Chibnall is coming in, and it looks like he's putting a lot of love into it. You know, he's being more secretive. You know, he's not telling people stuff. He's being more shutting down on, you know, spoilers getting out. I think he'll be a lot better. To be honest, I don't think he would have revealed the John Sim return
no.
for Series 10. He wouldn't have done that. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. So recently they were filming near...
Yeah, so I'll take it. So actually, they were filming down the south coast. Now, I know this because I got a lot of family kind of in that area, and they were talking about how, you know, they heard from people that they'd been seeing Bradley Walsh in well, they had people talking about Bradley Walsh meeting people in pubs and taking pictures and such, and basically where they're filming, the only place that they could, because of course they kind of keep it a little bit secretive, but in the area which they're actually at, the only thing they could be filming is in the a 17th century village they have there, which is done by the local historical foundation, who kind of set up every day like this it's a working 17th century village, because they have like people who come in day out and kind of enact out like lives and such. It's really nice and a very interesting place to go, actually, and I kind of enjoyed when I went there. It's been a while now, but they're obviously filming there, which is interesting because kind of the era that represents is pre English Civil War. Which could mean we could get getting a story kind of around there as well, which would be very interesting. I'd love a Civil War story. That is an era that Doctor Who's never covered. Yeah.
Same with like South. It's really good. They're going places which they haven't before.
Yeah.
Like we're fed up of Victorian London.
Yeah.
And we're fed up with modern day London.
Yeah.
Like, can we just dodge those? I don't mind episode 1 being in modern day London. Whatever, it happens, but I just really like a story which only the first and maybe the last 2 episodes are set on Earth, but even then, even if it's only the first episode is set on Earth in present day, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind if a finale was like a historical piece. I feel they're doing a bit more historical though, with this piece,
which
so
it's
really
a bit
exciting.
interesting. It's interesting. I'm sure there's going to be some like more sci-fi-esque stories in this season. I mean, they kind of can't, but
Definitely.
the fact they're putting a bit more focus on the historical is interesting, to say the least, because they don't tend to be like as good as a lot of the stories have been. They don't tend to be the stories that people kind of, I guess, think about or necessarily always resonate as well, I guess, despite it always kind of being there, which is kind of why they stopped doing, especially exclusively historical stories. They kind of stopped doing the like ages. In fact, we haven't got one at all, have we?
What, the last historical?
Yeah, not practically not since William Hartnell, really. Or no, I guess the Highlanders.
What one with no
sci-fi elements to it.
That's Black Orchid.
Oh, that's true. I guess
Black Orchid is the last one to ever have no sci-fi elements.
That's true. That story's kind of forgettable. So
I'd really like one with just humans as the bad guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the sci-fi ones, you have to just humans as the bad guys sometimes, but.
I mean, but no, like sci-fi elements.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like the Aztecs, the best William Hartnell story.
I disagree with that. It's up there, but not my favourite.
It's my favourite. Anyway, so because we're kind of talking about the series, Murray Gold is officially leaving.
Yeah, we called it. We did call that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty happy. He's done great, and I respect him a lot. He's made some absolute banging tunes, absolute bangers. But it's time. For him to
feels
go
like
and let someone else.
I feel like his creative well not has dried up, and I think he recognises that and feels it's just time to gracefully bow out. He had one little revisit of the past with Twice Upon a Time soundtrack, and I respect that. I had more than his fair run. I mean, wow.
I found out recently that apparently he wrote music for the 50th anniversary, but they didn't like it, so then they just used old tracks.
Oh.
That's something I heard recently from someone.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's true or not, but if it is, comment below and let us know if that is true. But that's really disappointing if it is, because that was one part I was disappointed with about the 50th, was it didn't have much new music.
Yeah, that'd be odd if it
wasn't. Also, Moffat and him had an argument about, in Death in Heaven, when they're in the graveyard, and he's like, I'm an idiot. And he really wanted the 11th Doctor's theme there, Moffat did. And Murray Gold was like, but it's the 12th Doctor. We're past that now. So then they compromised and he kind of did a slower version of it. If you listen to the track, it literally is Matt Smith's theme, but slightly slowed down. It's like, I'm an idiot. Listen to that scene and the music. And apparently Moffat for some reason wanted the 11th Doctors.
That's
odd. So I'm excited to see new new stuff.
Well, the thing about the
new
composer,
music.
I think a current rumor is that the person, I don't remember their name, but who does a lot of the Big Finish and also did Class might be in contention to kind of take over.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, someone with experience with that, I guess. I mean, I liked Class's soundtrack enough. I mean,
I don't remember any of it.
well, I remember mostly from the first episode. But it gave off a more distinctly
Russell T.
No, it gave off an 80s vibe to it. It
focused on its
I
do remember with the synths.
Yeah, it focused on its synths a lot. You know, that'd be kind of interesting to kind of revisit. I don't mind the synths for Doctor Who.
Yeah, no, I love the synths. Love a good synth. I remember I watched an ABBA tribute band, and the guy on the synth was amazing.
Although you know, I don't want them to completely stop using an orchestra, because some of the tracks, and you know,
I think they became too orchestrated actually in the most recent series. I preferred the sound of the David Tennant era, and I think it became too orchestrated. I think it lost its power at some point.
I kind of compromise somewhere in the middle, where, you know, for some impactful scenes and moments we'd still get orchestra, but for others maybe we'd get something a bit more.
It's like if they'd done Doomsday with an orchestra, like the same sound, it just wouldn't have sounded the same. I just think, I don't know. I preferred the sound of a 2005 onwards. I don't know, and then it changed, and I didn't dig it as much, the music. Though there are some, like The Tale of a Madman. That one's a bang. Oh no, The Majestic Tale of a Madman. That is my favourite piece of music from the Moffat era. Though the 12th Doctor's theme's pretty close. I love that theme.
Seems really good.
Also the Breaking the Wall, that's a really good piece.
Most things to Heaven Sent. I mean,
well, whenever he references Gallifrey in a song, I always love hearing that.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear that Gallifrey theme. Oh, beautiful.
You will be missed. You will be missed.
So
Anyway.
Next, Target novels.
Yeah,
Let's talk
sure.
about the cover. So the covers for the Target novels got released. If you didn't know, they're remaking the New Who older story. Well, not super old stories. I mean, David Doctor's relatively.
Well, Twice Upon a Time.
Yeah, that as well. I forgot about that one. Into Target novels. The covers
the books in themselves I'm really excited for, particularly like, you know, Rose would be interesting to see, because Russell T's had how many years now to think over his original script? Maybe he'd make, you know,
changes.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to read. It'd be an interesting read. But the covers. Yeah. I mean, okay, you look at a lot of the original Target novels, particularly the original versions, not necessarily the new printed versions. There's some beautiful art on there. Like, the backgrounds are elaborate, the characters are well detailed. You know, the drawing style is just great. Like, it's really great. And you know, they did the re-releases with the white backgrounds, which is a shame just to kind of remove that detail. But, you know, you still kept the nicely drawn characters and a lot of the things that made the original cover still kind of stand out. So this tries to do the reprinted covers, but does it with kind of pixelated, blurry pictures of the characters instead of drawings. It's like...
No, it's weird. They've mixed the pictures with the drawings, though. The Autons are drawn, the Daleks are drawn.
Yeah.
Like on the Day of the Doctor one. But then the Zygons is a picture, and Matt and David and John Hurt.
It just looks ugly. Like, they really messed that up. They needed to be drawn. They really did. Like, I don't know why on earth they thought that having the pictures...
Time, money, effort.
Yeah, I guess it'd have to be.
That's
But how much effort does it take to kind of sketch over all the existing pictures? Because they could have literally done that and it would have been acceptable, I guess. But just outright using the pictures, which is something that the original Target novels never did... No.
Yeah.
No.
I guess
that was lazy. That's bad.
I guess it's just money then.
Probably. I imagine this is a pretty low budget affair, I'd imagine. Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably more of a passion project actually for these writers more than anything else. Maybe this also means that the BBC doesn't have that much faith in its sales potential, I guess.
To be honest, like, I think they're cool, but at the moment I just don't have the money for them. It would be nice though.
Yeah, I'll try and get at least Rose, maybe Dare the Doctor as well, and see where I go from there.
I really like Christmas Invasion. It's a cool one.
Yeah. Also, they're doing City of Death as well. They said in the kind of press release, which is interesting. Of course, that was one they originally didn't do, being one of the, I think 7. I think that they didn't do from the original series, if I remember right. I don't remember, but that was because it was a Douglas Adams one, and he didn't, I think, give permission originally or something. But they're doing it anyway now. Because he's not there to restrict that. Same with Sharda, I guess, as well.
Yeah. Final bit of stuff to talk about. DVD releases. Enemy of the World. Special edition. Yay, I guess.
I mean, like...
high quality and special features.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, I think Nick was saying this at the time, was like, oh, they're going to release a special edition of these, or maybe it's just specifically
I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was like, they're going to release a special edition of these, aren't they?
Yeah.
With special features.
Yeah, it did seem kind of an odd omission in the original thing to just kind of leave out. But here we are. I mean, it took longer than I would have thought, because, I guess it's an appropriate length of time, because it's been 5 years now.
Yeah.
So, I think it's fair enough them releasing a special edition now. So I'm not upset or anything. It kind of makes sense.
I'm upset at the pricing.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I'm annoyed about.
It's overpriced.
Way too overpriced. You get what is it? For Ragnarok is only $9.99 on release, and it's a big budget film.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, are you talking about the DVD release specifically?
Yeah, DVD release.
The thing about that is that the DVD releases of modern films are got nothing in them. They're literally just the movie. They don't have anything. They're not of good quality or anything. They intentionally hold those releases back because they know they can get away with it and that they'll get some sales out of it anyway. So they may as well not even put the effort or budget to get a second disc or what have you. This one, the quality is going to be good. The special effects are going to be good. So I understand it being more expensive because this is a DVD release with actual effort into it, but it's still overpriced for what it is. I'd pay 14, 15, going up maybe 17.
Nah, I'd do $12.99.
Maybe
$12.99 is fair.
I think 15 would be about.
$12.99 is what they used to be. I just find that a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
It's not like it's the first time it's ever come out. It's the fact that they know that everyone already has the original version, and they're just going to want this version because it's going to look better, So yeah, there's that. And then
they'll probably do Web of Fear and
of course
Underwater Menace.
But the thing is, I want them to hold. No, they don't need to do Underwater Menace unless they animate it. Yeah,
unless they animate it. Yeah.
At this point, I'd prefer them to spend their time animating the Crusade than.
Yeah, I'd love to. Well, or as I said, Eva the Daleks, Wheel in Space. There's so many other options. That they could do. Abominable Snowman, since we know,
Wheel
list
in
of episodes.
Space is the one that they should definitely do next. I think the reason why they're holding back on Web of Fear is they're most likely trying to get that final episode, which they know exists.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is out there, and it's frustrating as fuck.
And again, I think that's the fact that it does exist and the fact that we don't have it is proof that there's probably a lot more maybe not even a lot more, but
at least
a few more existing that collectors just hold back because it's mine, basically. Yeah,
it's just that they're dicks.
Basically, and whether or not we'll ever see them, or whether or not they'll just sit in some collector's vault for however long.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean they've animated all 6 episodes of Power of the Daleks. You know, they can animate any story now.
Yeah, of course. It's just a matter of time and what's worth putting the money into.
Yeah, if you could do all 6 episodes, well, you know what? People would buy the Wheel in Space. People would definitely buy
course.
Evil of the Daleks.
Of course.
Evil of the Daleks would be, you know, sold out like that.
Of course, that'd be a money spinner. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's Daleks,
Exactly.
but maybe they'll hold that off
I
a
think
little bit.
end of year possibly. If they're doing an animation a year, so they did Power of the Daleks. Now they've done Sharda. There's no other fourth. I understand why they did Sharda. I was a bit annoyed, but watching it, actually, Sharda's a whole lot better with animation. The story made so much more sense, and actually, was,
Yeah.
I now dig Sharda, and I understand why everyone was like, "Oh, it's a great story." Literally, the animation actually made it. It was crazy, kind of how much like those missing scenes actually destroyed what could have been. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, there's only black and white ones to animate now. Which is good.
Basically, yeah.
So yeah, and then the other news is Series 3 Steelbook. If you're collectors of the Steelbooks, they started them with this really gorgeous Series 1 one, which I decided to get. Why did I decide to get it? Just because it was gorgeous, wasn't it? Or I wanted
Probably.
Blu-ray. I can't remember why now. I can't remember my initial reason to get it, and then because I got the first one, I had to get the second, and then it randomly out. I was like, okay, so they're going to release them every few months, but then they just stopped, and reason was an embargo. I think is what I read on Doctor Who merchandise website or something.
Which is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Why would there
weird.
be an embargo?
I guess it's by the people.
Which, thinking about that would mean we'd probably have to wait another year for 4.
Yeah, that's fine though. I mean, they're kind of on the expensive side, so I don't mind waiting. But my one issue with this Series 3 Steel book is the freaking Master on the front cover is the End of Time Master. It's not the freaking Harold Saxon Master.
You freaking freaks! You ruined Doctor Who! Series 3!
Freaking fricks. I mean, how could you even cock up that much? It's literally got the blonde hair in it.
I don't know.
Who designed
Also,
this shit?
I would have preferred to have the Master on the back instead of the Weeping Angels, or perhaps have the Weeping Angels to the side or something.
Yeah.
But having the back solely focus on the Weeping Angels when they're in it for one episode, just
I mean, I understand it is the big one. It's the one everyone remembers, apart from the Master.
The funny thing about that is that cause I was going to a signing today, and I was going to go get someone from Blink, and basically I was going to get the DVD cover because I was thinking, well, they could sign that. But I looked at the DVD cover of Blink, and for the volume 3, I think, of Series 3, and actually it doesn't even focus on the Weeping Angels on it. It's the Scarecrows. So
they didn't realise back then that they were going to be so big, I guess.
Exactly.
I think it's human nature, and
that's a really underappreciated story.
That's a really bloody good story. But yeah,
really
I just can't believe I'm going to have to get the Steelbook now because I've started the collection, so I'll finish. But yeah, I can't believe I've cocked up that much with the Master on it. How could you? How could you do that?
Well, there's still time.
They could change it, I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, if it's already at this stage, I think they've probably already started printing it.
Well, when is it supposed to be released by?
March 26th.
Well, it's another month.
Possibly.
I mean, they're just taking pre-orders now. Maybe they haven't necessarily...
True.
I don't know, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be able to watch The Runaway Bride in Blu-ray. Hooray.
Not really HD, but upscaled HD.
Yeah, boy. Cannot wait. Nah, well, I'm glad...
Well, I mean, are you specifically getting that just to watch Runaway Bride?
No, I did it to watch Human Nature.
Yeah, of course.
Bloody love that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Bloody love that one. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this week's Doctor Who. Well, I know we don't do it weekly, but that's it for this one.
This I guess it's kind of being monthly now.
Yeah, monthly.
Well, it's just reactionary. So whenever we feel like it, or B, if there's any good news. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we won't just do it for anything, because sometimes there isn't enough to talk about. It'd be like, yeah, this happened.
Yeah, there wouldn't be much
cool.
to talk about the logo.
See you next week. Bye-bye, guys.
Oh, I just seen something interesting. Doctor Who Experience leaves Cardiff with 1 million.
Oh yeah, with
bill.
1 million. Yeah, I heard about that.
That's interesting.
The final comment in that is kind of funny as well. It's like, how did it lose 1 million?
I still don't know how he managed to lose over £1 million on Doctor Who. Somewhere the council and BBC Worldwide did not get their projections right for visitor numbers. It's very strange because this is a global brand.
Exactly. Like, how could you? Yeah, they're moving all that stuff elsewhere, aren't they? They're gonna have another thing, aren't they, at some point?
I think so. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'll be there for whatever they open it, because I wasn't able to get to Cardiff in time to see the Experience of Cardiff.
We should go.
I went to the one in Earl's Court when that was open.
I went to one in London.
Yeah, but that's the Earl's Court.
Was that
one.
Earl's Court? Cool. I went on my
Earl's
birthday.
Court, London. Yeah.
It was cool.
As did I.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Whoa, this went on a lot longer than I thought it would. Half an hour. Wow. Okay. Whoops. Thank you very much for listening. Comment below what you think on all the topics down below. Are you happy it's changing music? What do you think of the logo? What do you think of Target book novels? What do you think of everything? Just tell me your thoughts.
What do you think of me?
Just talk, please. Okay, cool. Thanks. See you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.